is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and we are doing a no run-through review for The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9. This has been, this game was like, everyone was singing its praises whenever it came out, and honestly, I think for good reason. Like, it is a delightful trick-taking game. With the reason we're not doing a review for it, or a run-through over it, is just because it would be boring as all get out to actually...
Most of it's shuffling and passing out cards.
That's really it. There's a lot of downtime, and because the game comes with 50 missions, and the first like 10 really are just kind of tutorial ones. It is a lot of just taking this deck, shuffling it, and boom, 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 dealing out the whole deck, and then being like, all right, now that I've done that, one trick to solve, and it's like, oh, we did it first go round. All right, time to shuffle them all up again. But yeah, it gets exponentially more difficult as the missions go on. I think it does if you're gonna have 50, do that, like actually increase the difficulty as they go on, instead of just being like, hey, here's 50. Yeah. All of them are hard, or all of them are weird. Like, I like the fact that you get these tokens and it tells you, oh, hey, okay, here's your very first... Here's the very first mission is literally helping you understand what trick-taking even means. Yeah. And then the next one is just like, okay, now that you kind of know that, do it again, but with 2, or something like that. I don't remember even what the second one was.
I think the second one was just 2.
It was literally, there's 2. So, and then it adds just more of these tokens. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9?
I like it.
I like it too, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I like it better when someone's not screaming at me.
We'll play the correct cards at the correct time.
You!
Which actually brings up an interesting observation I made, because I played it in more of a party atmosphere with 5 people.
Mm-hmm. When you did your lines of cocaine before playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, there's still some left.
And I've done it in a more intense setting with fewer people, where we're really, really striving. That was more of a light party, fun diversion kind of
It's like,
filler.
oh, Alice, you're so stupid. It's all passive aggressiveness. Oh man, I wish you'd play the right card.
No, it was just like, throw them out and see what happens. Like, oh crap, well, we screwed up. Let's start over. Let's do it again. Where it didn't matter, and I played it more intense, where people were really serious about getting this done and really not wanting to mess things up.
Right.
And it goes both really well. Right. It can be done either way. Nice, because it's got enough strategy, and it's got enough luck, and it's got enough control.
Yeah, I'm actually incredibly surprised that with the way the game comes, it's just like, hey, here's 2 decks of cards, shuffle them, and then just deal them out. And depending on the mission, obviously, here's this person has to win this particular trick, and there is a strategy to it. This came out, I believe, around the same time as The Mind. Have you ever played The Mind?
I have. I don't remember.
So the Mind is literally you can't communicate at all, and you have a certain number. Each person has a certain number of cards in their hand, depending on the level, and you have to play those cards in sequential order. And a lot of people attribute The Mind being like, well, it's all just random. And I don't believe that. I actually think there is a trick. You start to read the people you're playing with, how eager they are to quickly play a card. Or it's like, if I have the number 1, obviously I'm going to like look at my hand and immediately throw it down. But if I have a 10 and that's my lowest card, there's a little bit of wiggle room to wait. This one has inklings of that idea where it's like, and the fact that you can give 1 clue to 1 card says a lot. Where it's like, oh, we have 2 pinks and a blue. If someone gives a clue on a yellow, it's like that means absolutely nothing.
Or it is critical, but we don't understand why yet.
Right. It's like, because obviously you almost want to give hints to the cards that you're trying to win the tricks for. And I like that. I like that it's like, oh, okay, that is your highest blue. And then you get to look at what's in your own hand and be like, I have the number that you need to win, so I'm going to give a clue about something completely different because that's enough information that I need. Yep. Kind of like what Kat was talking about when she had like I don't remember what color. She had the 9, and like and she had to win like a 1 or something, and I'm sitting there And she knew in her head, I have the 9, I'm going to win this. But I didn't know that.
Right.
So it's like, it's good whenever you're given those kind of hints for other players.
Yeah. In that sense, it strikes me a lot like Hanabi. In
Yeah.
the idea that you're so limited in your hinting that you really got to make it count, and that's where your mind reading
Right.
idea comes in. It's like you've really got to get in sync
Yeah.
to what is a good clue, because we've only got the one.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to waste it. And then obviously some missions in the game come in where it's like, hey, you can give a clue, you just can't be specific about it.
Right.
Which, in that particular mission, we were like, yeah, we're not giving clues. it just didn't seem like it mattered. Like, I feel like it's actually more harm than good to be like, hey, here's a card. Great, all right. What the fuck do I do with that?
That's...
Kat, what do you think?
Just in general, I mean, I like it. The very first thing that I thought of was the mind. How you kind of have to like sync up with your partners and be like, okay, just like slow down, really read the room. Mm-hmm. It's really basic. It's easy to grasp like a few times. Like as new things come out, you kind of have to really just be like, I don't how is it winning? But it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Right? And so the game comes with 50 different missions in the back of the logbook, and pretty much they just kind of they're just variants of like the same. Like obviously there's very limited. I mean the game is like $15, so I think you get a hell of a game, especially for the price point.
Yeah.
That for 50 missions, and I think there's a slight expansion that gives you a few more. I don't even remember how I got this, honestly. But yeah, like it's okay. Well, the first mission is 1 trick, then 2, and then now you're introduced to these tokens. Oh, this one has to be done first. This one has to be done second,
or last,
in
this order, but the others don't matter.
And then as you continue, it gives you a kind of like a little checkbook where it's like in the ones that we did, I think there were two that we lost. And I think that what's nice about this game is I don't think we lost because of the randomness. I would honestly say, obviously the game is random. You shuffle the decks. But I think that in terms of game mechanics, there is no randomness. Like, what you decide to play is conscious, and it's like whenever you played, like, the 6, and that's what I needed to win, and we didn't even see that, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, you guys didn't play the 6. Why did you not play it? Because I need to win it. Yeah. And we come to find out that, someone played it, and it was for a different trick. And
we messed up there.
Yeah.
Just a goof. Yeah.
So, I mean, there's not a whole lot, really, to talk about this game. There's really not much to it. I should say, though, that trick-taking is not a genre that I, like, elbow people out of my way to grab the newest trick-taking game.
Yeah.
They all almost kind of come off as the same to me. And I'm not going to have a shelf of trick-taking games.
Right.
Like, I think a few of them, like I mentioned, I have the Fox and the Forest duet, and this one. And this gives you plenty of variety. Like, I like the fact that, you can keep track over, how your particular crew goes. But you could easily just be like, not do any of that, and just be like, oh, hey, let's do number 23. Like if everyone's familiar with the game, you just be like, this is the one we're doing. So you have essentially 50 games. Yeah. That, depending on any part, like you mentioned, for any party or for any setting.
Yeah, I can envision this as being a good gateway game for people who grew up on card games.
Yeah.
Especially trick-taking games, spades or hearts or things of that nature.
Right.
And a gateway into, hey, here's a whole other way of thinking about this. First of all, it's cooperative. What?
That's true, yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, it can be a light filler party style.
True.
It can be a intense strategic game.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, this could easily fill that filler genre. But because the games are so quick, even the more complex ones where it's like, hey, here's 10 tricks. Yeah, obviously that's like number 47 or something. Yeah. But you could sit down and be like, we're going to play until we just get tired of it. Like, honestly, I could have just kept going when we were playing this before this recording. It's just like, okay. No, let's just shuffle them up and deal it out and read this little blurb. It gives you some semblance of a story.
Yeah.
It's not really, but yeah.
Heavy theme, but that doesn't affect the game at all.
No, not at all. And yeah, and you've played it with 5 players. I've only ever played it with 3, and I've never felt like, ooh, this would do better. I actually like it with less because with a game, I like the mind. I would have an aneurysm if I was playing with like max people for that game. Like, because it's like because you're sitting there and you're just like, okay, I should play. Okay, Kat's been sitting there for a while. She must have like 90s. I'm gonna play 70. Oh, I had 23. It's like, and that's kind of what this one's like, where it's like, why are you playing that card?
Yeah.
So the less works better for me when it's just like when I'm high functioning. So, yeah, you guys got anything else?
I don't think so.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give a dang old 9.
Me too.
I'm gonna give it an 8. Mainly because I still am not like, oh, tricks taking,
Yeah,
like running down the stairs. Oh, we're gonna play the crew.
He is lying. This has been under his pillow for a month.
It actually, you see the kiss marks on it.
It's indented
has
now.
Kisses. Yeah,
It's
all
all
the
rubbed off.
cardboard's all soggy. Ew. Why is it like this? Oh, was this on the floor when your basement flooded? Yeah, yeah, totally. That's what it.
More or less.
The ink is on your mouth. Like.
Anyway, that's our thoughts on the crew. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.